Non-religious people. What do you think happens after death? I cease to experience anything and my body just becomes decaying organic matter. So for me, there is nothing after death. Because me is my consciousness. Eternal dreamless sleep. You've ever have nights where you fall asleep and next thing you know is morning? Just like that minus the waking up part. You've been training on dying every night of your life already. The same thing that was happening before I got here. Worms eat us and we becomes ugly. Remember the before life? That's what I imagine the afterlife will be like. My father suddenly passed away just last night. While I don't believe in an afterlife, I absolutely feel his presence. Even if he is physically gone. To me it feels like there are no more demons, pain, suffering, or regret. All that's left of him is love. Pure love. And that is carried through the hearts and memories of everyone that knew him. Eventually that will slip away too as we wholly return to the planet and remain among the stars. Our loved ones will miss us. Absolutely nothing. We die and that is it. Scary thought. Decomposition. Respawn. I think that each individual consciousness is a pattern and our body is just a way of keeping its integrity. Then when our body expires, our consciousness will also dissipate. However, as a pattern, our consciousness can resurface in the future. Maybe some particles floating in vacuum will randomly generate the pattern that equals to our conscience. But because particles floating in vacuum are in an unstable state, this won't last long and our consciousness will soon dissipate again. Though if this happens in a body capable of containing our consciousness, then we can live again. But of course we won't have memories of our past life and we can have no way of knowing when or how we lived before. Because all this information is lost when our current body dies. So, how long can this process of consciousness resurfacing take? I don't know. Maybe millennia. Maybe millions or billions of years. Maybe it won't happen ever again on this universe. But I also like to guess that the birth and death of universes is cyclical. So our conscience may resurface on another cycle. Maybe even on a universe with different laws of physics. Then our current life is neither the first time we have lived, neither the last. We have infinite lives living in infinite different universes. This is not a positive thought, unfortunately, because if you take in consideration the nature of the universe we live in and the lives of the creatures that live in it, you can reach the conclusion that life is often just a tremendous amount of suffering. So, as we are already being tortured indefinitely, try not to worry too much about it. The world continues to exist as for you. Well, nothing. You'll be eaten by worm, bacteria and fungus, and return to dust. There is no life after death. It works the other way around. There is a death after life. And #X200B. Edit. Thanks to you, the Metalhead 28. Usually a funeral, I'd expect nothing. Which is fine. If I don't know, what does it matter? Decomposition. I think you just don't exist anymore anywhere. I don't know. That's part of the fun, isn't it? The surprise of what happens. Maybe there is some sort of God. Maybe we just disappear forever. Who knows? No one. The big sleep. The world will stop existing from perspective. Nothing. The type of darkness that you can't even perceive because you aren't there anymore. No thoughts, no more you. It's scary. It's uncomfortable to think about where the concepts of the afterlife come in, because it's better to think about a higher plane than just straight up ceasing of thought. We cease to exist. No spirits. No Afterlife. The physical mechanisms that made us living, breathing human beings dissolve. Eventually, our physical body becomes part of the earth again. Enjoy the ride of life while you are alive. Because once you die, there is nothing after that. In short, we decompose. The universe goes on without me. Decomposition. If there is a hell, it will consist of me being forced to read this question on Reddit for all eternity. I don't know, is the only honest answer, religious or not. Lights out. The electrical discharges and hormone floods that formed my soul's end, and the rest rots. Woman shrugging, light skin tone. Have you ever been put under anesthesia for surgery? The time while you're under is a complete void. I imagine it's probably a lot like that. No consciousness. No anything. Not sure. Awareness ceases. Body decomposes. Even though eternal sleep sounds like the most logical option to me, I find it quite strange because we somehow started living at some point. Is consciousness just the result of our brain forming like any other organic thing and thus dies forever with it? Or is consciousness the real us awakening at some random point and then turning blank again? Either way, we turn to nothingness. But if we come from nothingness, then I find it quite possible that it's a never-ending cycle of some kind of reincarnation.